What's up guys, it's Woolf from Scratch and welcome back to another Civilization 5 guide. Last time I did the Incan civilization led by Pachacuti. Probably the best civilization that can take the most advantage out of hill tiles, which is coupled with their special ability which gives you no maintenance on hills, which means you can build a road network for absolutely nothing, as well as the double movement they have on hills, as well as the beautiful looking tile improvement they have, the terrace farms. So you can have a little bit of Machu Picchu on every hill tile. So if you want to check out that civilization, check it out last week on my playlist, I guess, Wolf's Guide to Civ 5. So this week we're doing a civilization back from Vanilla Civ, another Native American civilization from Central America. Almost went past it there. We're doing the Aztecs, led by Montezuma.
Upon you all the days of your life. You are the leader of the mighty Aztec people in the north, who in the 12th century came to live in the Mesa Central in the heart of what would come to be called Mexico. Surrounded by many tribes fighting to control the rich lands surrounding the sacred lakes of Texcoco, Altocan, and Zampungo, through cunning alliances and martial prowess, within a mere 200 years, the Aztecs came to dominate the Central American basin, ruling a mighty empire stretching from sea to sea. The empire at last fell under assault from foreign devils, accursed Spaniards, wielding fiendish weapons the likes of which your faithful warriors had never seen. O great King Montezuma, your people call upon you once more to rise up and lead them to glory. Bring them wealth and power and give them dominion over their foes and rivals. Will you answer their call, glorious leader? Will you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
So as you can see, the Aztec special ability is Sacrificial Captives, where you gain culture for each enemy unit that's killed. This counts as units from civilizations as well as barbarians, and the amount progresses as time goes on. So obviously, the amount of culture you get in the Ancient Era is going to be very different than the amount of culture you get in the Industrial Era. So this works quite well towards barbarian farming, and it gives you incentive to go to war as well. And when you do go to war, prioritizing the extermination of your other Civ's units, rather than prioritizing on city capture. And the Aztecs have sort of made a bit of a reputation for themselves with this kind of special ability, a bit of a reverse psychology, similar to Assyria, with the whole aggressive scientific city taking, which is opposite to the norm of a normal scientific victory. The Aztecs are that for a cultural victory. Generally, aggression and expansion does not go well with culture, but for the Aztecs, if they exploit this ability to the utmost, then they've really got a very strong position for themselves to do a cultural or even domination victory. So that's their special ability. Now let's move straight on to their unique unit, which we start with immediately, which is the Jaguar. The Jaguar replaces the warrior, and it has the unique promotion of Woodsman, where we have double movement through all forest and jungle, regardless of the presence of a hill. It also has a 33% combat bonus in forest and jungle, and when it kills a unit, it can heal 25 health if you are playing on Gods and Kings and Brave New World, or if you're back on Vanilla Civ still, that is equivalent to 2 health points. That is after it kills an enemy unit. Here we go. Combat bonus, and 25 damage. And look at that. 2 movement in jungle. Lovely. The great thing about the Jaguar is that this promotion retains. So when I do upgrade this to a swordsman, long swordsman, musketman, etc., all of those descendants of the Jaguar, so to speak, will have the Woodman promotion, which is something truly to be feared, and I believe to be the strongest part about this unit. It has the same strength as the warrior, 8, and with its mobility bonus in forest and jungle, it essentially becomes a scout. So a strategy for the Aztecs is, instead of building scouts, rather you can either focus on your monuments and then build Jaguars instead of your scouts, because you've got that bonus mobility in the terrain. It's also worth noting that the Aztecs do have a jungle start bias, which adds, well, more bonuses to having those Jaguars. So let's move on to the Aztec unique building. This guide's going nice and quickly. And so here, a wandering barbarian has, well, he's gone off the hidden track, and, well, he's going to be sacrificed. So here I'll demonstrate how sacrificial captives works alongside honor. Honor, of course, gives you the amount of culture according to half the strength of the unit, which is believed to be 4 in this case. And normally he would be able to escape, well, maybe escape. Anyway, if we weren't doing city fight, maybe he'll be able to escape because of forest, but hey, you've got Jaguars. And also demonstrate how they heal after they kill. So, GG. And 18, 5, 16, 18. That's essentially how this unit works. But with coupled alongside honor and with sacrificial captives, from 1 kill you've got 16 culture, which, knowing that although I've adopted a tradition in this case, say you were to not, and from a base, originally with just a monument and your first city, you're earning 3 culture a turn. To have 16 culture in a very quick go like that, especially in the early game when social policies, with a lower income of culture, and the policies, as you can see for this one, is 70. That's to have 16 culture just like that is quite a bit, and it will really get you through those early policies. Anyway, now straight to the Aztec floating gardens, their unique building. So upon researching the wheel, you'll unlock the Aztec unique building, the floating gardens, which replaces the watermill. Alongside the usual yields of the watermill, such as the 1 production and the 2 food, the floating garden will give you 2 food for every lake tile, as well as 15% more food. This is also coupled with half the maintenance cost, 1 instead of 2. The floating garden can only be built in cities that are adjacent to or have rivers and lakes. This is an absolutely fantastic building. Nice because it supports any playstyle, but also increases the growth of your cities, which of course means more population, and population is absolutely everything. It's absolutely lovely. So to summarize the Aztec civilization as a whole, and to put it into 2 words, I'd say it's culturally aggressive. When playing as the Aztecs, you need to take full advantage of their special ability. For terms of social policies, absolutely go honor. Why? Because this will make your Jaguars much more powerful, and of course it will yield more culture from barbarian kills. Early game, as I've showed, 1 brute with sacrifice alongside the culture given to you by the kill of that 1 brute with sacrificial captives and honor is 16 culture, which early game is very powerful. Overall, your strategy for the Aztec depends on your preferred victory, that is domination or cultural, and whether or not you want to aggressively take cities. Your chosen strategy victory path will also reflect your chosen ideology in the end. If you're going more for domination victory, then of course autocracy is the way to go. For a cultural victory, it's more freedom. Regardless of your pathway, however, the path that you choose for victory, the added culture you get from the killing of units is beneficial, regardless of if you're capturing cities or if you're trying to do a cultural victory. Even though there is no more Utopia project now, and in the Brave New World, the cultural victory is obtained through tourism, it will allow you to get through all your types of policy trees. If you're doing domination victory, if you do want to field a very large army, then similar to the strategies I showed you for Germany, for example, maybe going down commerce to field lots and lots of units, or if you're going for a cultural victory, that added culture you get from sacrificial captives means you can really start chewing down aesthetics, which is, of course, a must-have if you are going for a cultural victory. When in war as the Aztecs, absolutely prioritize the extermination of your enemy's units. prioritize this over city capture. And in terms of a war for cultural victory, maybe only start taking cities in the medieval era to ensure that when you do take a city, you might obtain a great work, which is of course what you need for a cultural victory in Brave New World. For a domination victory, obviously, if someone's putting cities down like good old Russia here, in a place I really wanted to go, then hey, they've done all the hard work for you, might as well take it. Jaguars are swift and they are strong in their chosen terrain, which is of course jungles and forests. But just because they had the strength in this terrain doesn't mean you should be reckless with them. You really need to ensure their survivability for their promotion to swordsman, just for their promotions, which of course retain. And with a few added promotions such as shock and whatever the other one is, forgotten. Shock and whatever it is, the Jaguar line and its descendants are really truly feared units. Shock and that's it. Drill. That's it. Drill. That's it. Had a brain slump from right there. The floating gardens are nice. They're a beautiful, unique building, no matter which way you look at it. More growth equals more population, and more population really opens your capabilities as what you can do for a Civ. More population, more production, means you can pump out more great works, etc, etc. It's nice no matter which way you see it, and no matter which victory path you're going down. In terms of the AI, in terms of Montezuma, the Aztecs have a reputation for a reason. They are an absolute backstabbing bastard. If you want to see that in evidence, check out the Arabia Guide. Do not deal with Montezuma without having a loaded gun at your side. The AI, in terms of victory path, will try for domination at first, but then I've often seen him just go for a cultural victory, sort of gives up halfway along the way. In terms of if you do start near or next to the Aztecs, be aware and respect the power of the Jaguars in the forest and jungles. Especially if you do not try to attack them in that, and preferably fight them on the open terrain. In hills that do not have forests and jungles, plains, grasslands, so on. Just be aware of the power of the Jaguar and expect to be backstabbed. Just because they say they're friendly is not a guarantee of not being attacked. So, that's my guide to the Aztec civilization. Either, as I've summarized, aggressively cultural. That's the two words I think best summarize the civilization. So thanks for watching. As always, there will be a guide next week. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more. Woolf out.